Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 18th. This week, you start off with the King of Hearts. King of Hearts, all about wanting to be a leader, stepping up into leadership positions. It's crazy because almost every sign has had a message that's very similar to this. Some of them have had this card, but some of them have also just had a message of stepping up into a leadership type position or just needing to be in a leadership type position. And it can be very small. I mean, the message I'm getting is this could be just like a very kind of rather mundane type of thing where, you're just taking up like a minor leadership position. It could be like, I don't know, at the store making a decision. It's kind of like one of those cards. It's about like making decisions is what's coming in. And I think you're going to have to make some important decisions this week, no matter how small they seem. I think they're going to have big impacts. So pay attention to all those things. The King of Hearts is great at making decisions because he's intuitive. It represents a male water sign. Even though you're not a water sign, it doesn't really matter. It's still, kind of the energy that's around you this week. So it's going to be important for you to make some good decisions this week. Next, you have the Eight of Spades. I think some of you are thinking about past issues and past blocks that you've had, maybe feeling a little bit stuck this week, to be honest. The Eight of Spades wants you to kind of like stop, take a break, and look at what you're doing, and then come up with another solution to wherever you're trying to go. Whatever, if you're trying to get past an obstacle or trying to reach a goal, just think of a new way that you could reach that goal or pass that obstacle, especially because next you have the Seven of Clubs, which is a card of being successful, by the way. It's a card of success while leaving something out. Usually with the Seven of Clubs, we can be rather busy, so you might be rather busy working this week. Even if you work for yourself, you might be working really hard. But sometimes we forget about our health or our family. And this card says, hey, don't forget about those things that are important. It's like you're going to be busy, but don't forget about those things that are important in your life. And it says you're going to be successful, just don't forget about those things that are important in your life. It can also be a card of needing to double check, definitely during this retrograde. Make sure you're not forgetting something. Like, right here, I think that Eight of Spades is coming up and saying, hey, you're blocked right now, but you don't need to be. You're like forgetting something very simple that could move you forward. So just know that. Next, you have the Two of Spades, another message that's come up for a few people. It's all about balancing relationships. This week, there's got to be something going on in the astrology. Like I say, I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but it seems to be a very like relationship-heavy week. Not as in necessarily love relationships, but like all relationships. And this is a card of needing to balance those things out and maybe even kick some people out of your life. Like if you have some friends or something that just really don't match up with you anymore, or they do things that are just immature or no longer serve you, you might be getting rid of some friends. I actually think that what I'm getting is that a lot of Capricorns already have done this. You've already kind of like separated away from some people in your life already, like over the past few months here, and that's actually going to be beneficial to you. It's going to move you forward. And finally, you have the Nine of Clubs. Nine of Clubs, a card of great success, being successful, growth coming in, success coming in. Again, it's not here yet, so it's kind of like a growing process. So you'll see things moving forward in your life in a process, but things are happening. It's also a card of opening up to new ideas. So kind of like I said on the Eight of Spades, be open to new ideas and new ways of doing things, and that will just allow you to move forward a lot faster. So it looks like a great week. Enjoy it.